You didn't like the hug?
No, I think players are the most fragile things I've ever met in my life. These superstars, apparently, they want all the praise, but literally 4 days ago we saw him crying because he was getting booed. The same guy. Now, again, we're talking about Real Madrid were good tonight in terms of the score. But if you, Monaco, who are not afraid and they're happy to be there, they're basically a vibes club, Monaco, at this moment in time. Turn up, we're going to play. If you try and match Real Madrid individual for individual, they're going to beat you. Individual players are just better. If you go there with a team and a structure, you beat this Real Madrid team. That's it. So we can get all high this week. Oh, Vinicius Jr is great. Mbappe is great. Jude's great. Everyone's great this week. OK, let's play a team. Play a team. And every time you play the team this season, you've lost. So that for me, like, again, goes back to the point where we're just talking in the break there. The player power was an issue. But we had this type of manager with Carlo Ancelotti, somebody who just went, right, I don't care as long as you perform. I'm going to make you all feel good, put you in a system that just allows you to perform. We come away from that because we sack him. We want structure. We want to take it away from the players. That's not working, even though they're 1 point behind Barcelona. At this point, they're in a good place. We're going to sack him because the players don't like it. Hey, now everyone loves the players again. What are we doing? What are we doing? Just let the players do it. And then when they lose, sack that manager. The players aren't the problem. Sack the next manager. For me, it just thinks of a roundabout. You look at Barcelona, and again, Real Madrid fans won't like this, but Barcelona at least have a plan, an organisation. They know what they are. They know what they want to do. Just seems to be Real Madrid every single time. It's hope the individual can be better than their individual.
I mean, I think that's always been Real Madrid, though. You know, they've had managers who've come in, who've won titles, won Champions League, and they've still been sacked. You know, they look at themselves as an institution. And the reality of Real Madrid, how I think of it sometimes, is you look at these players at the level that they have, you are not going to coach these players to become any better. That's just the reality of Real Madrid. Your job is going to have to be a glorified babysitter. That's what you have to deal with. This is the type of players.
Football not moved on from that?
Football's moved on from it a little bit, but there's some clubs that still have that. Real Madrid look at themselves as, we've got the best players in the world. You go in there as a manager, you might have your ways how you work at different clubs, but this is Real Madrid. This is a different level of a football club.
So why do you think they went down the Xavi Alonso route if they always felt like our players are the stars of this show and it just depends whether they can come together?
I think that they saw Xavi Alonso as a shiny new object and they wanted to get him before everyone else did because of what he did at Bayer Leverkusen. And you are Real Madrid, so you want to put yourself at the forefront of, we are the best and biggest club in the world. This is the next new shiny manager that everyone's talking about, and we want to get there first. And he's come in there. He's had his ideas of implements of what he wanted to do. You know, there's been rumours and whispers of he wants to play a certain way and the players didn't buy into it. When he was at Leverkusen, you've got to look at the players that he had at Leverkusen. These are younger players, a different demographic of players than at Real Madrid, where he was the boss, he was in charge, everyone bought into it. Now at Real Madrid, you've got different egos you have to deal with. This is the beauty of, this is what comes with management and good managers. You might not like it.
Win the Champions League?
Pardon?
Do you think that team's going to win the Champions League?
I think that they've always got a shot. I believe they've always got a shot. And then when you talk about also when Ancelotti was in charge there, he had to deal with a lot of injuries. At that time, their back line was all over the place. They didn't have a stable back line. So many important players defensively were missing for them, and he had to make it work. But I think that when you look at Real Madrid, the reality of it is you're not making these players better. You're going there stroking egos. You're dealing with big egos. The best managers can handle that. They can find a way to make them be united as a team, to have the same focus and same goal. You might not like it, you might not be palatable by it, but some managers swallow that, keep it in the back. As long as you're successful and you win football matches, that's what it is. But that's always been Real Madrid, and that will always be Real Madrid. They'll go and buy at the best. Your job is to manage, find a way to deal with it. If you don't like this player or don't like him, personal standpoint, your problem. But deal with the ego and get the best out of it.
One final question. Do you think this coach is the one that's going to stroke their ego and make it happen?
I mean, listen, I don't know yet. Only time will tell. But at the end of the day, he's got a response from the players. Vinicius Jr has put in a performance that we haven't seen in a long time. Yes, I'll take your point on Monaco. But at the main time, this was a performance that was needed right now. With everything that's gone on recently, they needed this performance. We needed Vinicius Jr to play like this. So this is going to breed a lot of confidence again in them. And at the end of the day, the players are performing. That's what you want.
I think, look, you go into a club like Real Madrid, you're crazy. You're out of your mind if you're going to go in and say, hey, listen, scrap this, we're going to do it this way. So I understand all that. Like, if I'm going into Real Madrid, if I'm going anywhere, any club, even a poor club, I'm going in and saying, how can I get the best out of this group of guys? And this group of players at Real Madrid think they're the best, or they've been told they're the best, or they've won things that tell them that they're the best. Very talented group, very successful group. I'm just thinking to myself, how can I get the best out of them? That's what they need. That's no problem. That's fine. That's the way we're going to get it done. I do understand what Troy's saying in terms of sustainability with a project where there's a plan and the board's on the same page as the manager and there's a system and a style of play. It is sometimes a little bit individualistic, right? So when you think about Real Madrid, put them next to a unit like Arsenal, like what they're trying to do, continuity, right? This season alone, obviously not the history because Real Madrid have won the most Champions League, but this season alone, Arsenal are more of a unit, more of a team, more of a sustainable project than what Real Madrid is. And in a two-legged affair, if those two teams meet each other, you would probably fancy Arsenal to get the job based on the fact that it's a team, it's a unit, it has structure.
Does Real Madrid not have that same aura then of the Champions League?
They don't have the same structure.
Do you think
they have the aura because of their history. They have the top players, individual players. So you've got Vinicius Jr could have a game like he did in the final against Barcelona a few weeks back, and everyone goes, oh my God, they lost. Mbappe's been great, and they've been losing. That's why the manager got sacked. Jude Bellingham would have a game like he did tonight. Everyone goes, it's great. If we had to go over two legs now, would you back them, just really quick, would you back them to beat Arsenal?
Probably not. I would think Arsenal would be the favourite.
Bayern?
I think Bayern would be slight favorite. PSG would be slight favourite.
Even go for Inter over two legs?
I don't know about it.
Whoa.
But I'm saying, but if it goes, I don't know. But my point is, if they're the best and we're going to give them everything, why can we name three teams straight away? And with Inter, it's not a, whoa, no chance. It's a, I don't know. That's the point I'm getting at. You have to have order and structure. You have to have a hierarchy within any institution. At the moment, it's that player, giving the ball, hope he does something.
But the thing is, speaking
of that hierarchy, if you're the manager and you go into there, which player do you feel like you do need to get on your side then? Is it still Vinny Jr? Has time shown that you need him to be happy under your tenure?
It's Vinny and Mbappe. They're the two key players of Real Madrid that you have to get on side. And I think Real Madrid, again, is a different club to the rest because that's one club where, yes, you're the manager, but you're managing up. You're managing under Perez, who's up. Okay, but you're managing up under Perez because at the end of the day, when these players don't like it, yes, it is. He's got a big say in it, and this is the reality of it. But I'll never say that you're looking at Real Madrid as a project. When you look at the players that they're buying and everything that they've got young stars, they've got the best of the best. Like I said, you've got to go out there and do it. And I think that for me, I understand what you're saying. You can never write them out because they've proven in big games that they can turn up. We've seen them suffer under Ancelotti. Some of the best players. Cool. Exactly. We've seen them suffer under Ancelotti when he gets them on site to say, all right, we've got to defend. We saw Manchester City absolutely batter them a few years ago in the Champions League in football. What did? They defended. These are the best players in the world just sitting there suffering and winning.
You talk about it from a context of having a manager who's won everything, who's got the respect.
Okay,
but then
now,
game to get through, we have to suffer.
Yes, okay. But they've still got the players where they can get that. If they can get the right manager in place again, I'm not saying if this new manager is the one, they still have the players that they can do it.
But the point being is, he said he's got that respect, right? Carlo Ancelotti won everything. Everyone says that. They understand. Right, for this 1 or 2 games, we're going to suffer, but after that, I'm going to get you this. You think that team's going to suffer now? The same player that was crying against, was it Levante? They won 2-0.
Yeah.
Players crying because they're booing. Those players now have showed you that they're going to suffer. The same guys that turned on Xavi Alonso, whether that's right or wrong is none of my business. But then after he left, he was a good guy, we wish him all the best. Do you think there's any coincidence that when they scored today, they're going to hug this manager?
No, there's no coincidence.
Again,
but I just listen.
So when the tough gets going, that's where you'll see who.
It's also unfair to assume. It's unfair to assume that Ancelotti didn't have any structure. It's not like he showed up with a cigar in his mouth and said, "You guys do whatever you want."
No.
He knew how to make them tick.
Of course,
he knew how to make them have structure. Like he's saying, in the game against Man City, they had the structure that was under Ancelotti.
They can get the structure. I just think for me, the Xavi Alonso.
You need someone that you respect and that they've won it.
Yes.
My point is, when it got to Xavi Alonso, he hadn't had that credence at that moment in time where they were going, well, hold on a second, you've won what compared to us?
Also,
that's what they've created.
And I think when you look now under the same coach, they're going to have, when it gets hard, they're going to go, what have you won? We'll tell you what won.
So are you saying you wish Carlo Ancelotti was still there? Because you've all sat here and said that he's the best man manager. Do you think it was a mistake to sack Carlo Ancelotti?
I believe it was a mistake to sack Carlo Ancelotti, but I feel that Real Madrid is an institution. They're a club that wins things. They've built that up now. I think they've got the right to get managers who've won it, proven managers. And I think that's the easiest way to be successful in a club in what you've built. I think that they've got the ability to, like Troy said, I think they can be a team that can be hard to beat and broken down. But it's, again, who's leading the football club will play a part. New manager, only time will tell. Right now, performances, I don't think he can complain. But I just don't think you can ever write them off.
Well, we've got a poll to see how far Real Madrid fans and viewers think will make it. Let's have a look at the results. The quarterfinal, 45%, semi-final, say 14% of you. The final, 13%, and winners, 28%. Quarterfinals, does that sound about right?
28% think they'll win it.
Yeah.
Tell you what, go put some money on.
Thanks for watching this video from our Champions Club coverage. For more analysis and for all the games, including EFL, Serie, as well as the full suite of UEFA club competitions like the Women's Champions League, sign up for Paramount+.